Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, pangender and genderless, please run to your seat now because the presentation is starting in 3 seconds. Welcome to the pitch session of Taiwanese Legends Making Films Part 2. Compared to Part 1, this one is more like a tour guide 101, as we will take you through the timeline of Taiwanese TV series and places you should totally check out.
安娜，把腿还给我。
要不要说出你真正的想法？
Make sure to follow us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, darling. As you may already know, Japan has Hirokazu Koreeda, Korea has Bong Joon-ho, Hong Kong has Wong Kar-wai, but in Taiwan, we have Tsai Ming-liang, Ang Lee, Ho Xiaoshen, Huang Xinyao, Chang Yao-sheng, Midi Z, Edward Yang, and many, many more. Okay, that's just showing off, isn't it? Dear Tenant, one of the box office hits this year in Taiwan, directed by Cheng Yu-che and produced by Yang Ya-che, who directed the award-winning film The Bold, the Corrupt and the Beautiful, and the upcoming TV series The Magician on the Skywalk. Director Cheng has made some well-known and successful TV series, including Days We Stare at the Sun in 2010, and Season 2, and both are now available on Netflix. The director's previous films have been selected into various international prestige film festivals, including Berlin, Tokyo, Venice, and Busan. Let's check out Dear Tenant's trailer now.
小玉，
你到底是谁啊？
忧郁，他是你什么人啊？
我爸。
我先上去。
一起吃啊！谁假崩了？
我是他们家顶楼加盖的房客。
别人做。
爹，
平常的起居都是你在照顾，连他们的生活开销也都是你在支付。一般房客应该不会这样哦。
新年快乐！
你想你做遐尼多，我囝倒换倒转来是，迄是无可能。
警察，开门！
那个人不能相信啊！
他是我爸爸。
他不是。
李伟，不要睡觉！
你以为你删掉我们就看不到吗？
现在是在威胁我。
我希望他叫你，我要叫你痛苦。
你为什么有那么多秘密？那为什么你不跟我讲真正的事情？
我没有办法让他在不正常的环境下成长。
我全心全意爱着这个孩子。
把双手举高。
这会有分什么正常还是不正常吗？
不要！
他死不动。
害我！
你可能会碰到很多很讨厌、很莫名其妙的事情。
我们跟警察说，走。
我不要了。
可是你一定要记得，这些事情都不是你的错。
Dear Tenant is mostly filmed in Keelung, a northern part of Taiwan. It tells the story of a man who has been living with his elderly landlady and her grandson for the past 5 years. But when she passes away, things get ugly as the family find out that the property is passed on to the grandson who is adopted by this man. Say what? How was that for a nice twist and turn of a story? Let's see who matches with Dear Tenant. It gets a little dark and sexy, so no babies. No spoiler alert, but it's a big yes to LGBTIQ audiences. Families, of course. Landlords, well, the film is called Tenant, so... Will Hirokazu Koreeda watch it? Well, the director did translate his novel Still Walking into Chinese, so I think yes, he will watch it. Boom, mic drop. Taiwan produces roughly 100 films each year since 2015. This includes feature films and documentaries. About 50% of them will get released in the cinemas, and one of them is Our Son, available on Netflix. Directed by Chung Mong-hong and screenwriter Chang Yao-sheng. Chang Yao-sheng is also one of the screenwriters for The Village of No Return, available on Netflix, and Oolong Courtyard. One of Chang's novels, The Blue Choker, was also adapted into a movie with the same title. Just so you know, we don't get paid every time we mention the word Netflix, but it would be nice though, right? In 2020, Chang's latest work, A Leg. The original concept comes from the director's own experience, where his own mother looks for his dead father's amputated leg. Director Chang took that idea brilliantly and rewrote it into a fictional story that has ballroom dancing in the film. That's right, you heard me, ballroom dancing. Let's watch the trailer now.
腿科乌 A 腿三声腿，台语退，客语倒地，英文 leg。教育部词典解释，腿是人或动物支撑与行走的器官。腿的名词有大腿、小腿、鸡腿、萝卜腿跟狗腿。腿的动词有旋风腿、劈腿、抱大腿。
报告，那几了，吃饭啊？
和找腿。
小姐，有什么事吗？
把腿还给我。
电影《腿》则指2020年入围金马4项大奖，由阳光普照编剧张耀升自编自导的一部笑中带泪、泪中带笑的爱情电影。
你要不要进来一点？都快淋湿了。
没关系，我习惯了。
演员有金马影后桂纶镁。
不要假装很有礼貌，净说一些没礼貌的话。
16年前拿过金马最佳新演员的杨佑宁。
那我在哪个网站可以查到？
问一下谷歌。
和刚刚入围金马男配角的张少怀，3个人不但在片中露了很多腿，看完电影你还会更加爱惜你和你另一半的腿。
这只腿做的比我先生的腿还像我先生的腿。
世界上最远的距离不是生与死，而是我站在你面前，却不知道你的腿在哪里。但是谁在跟我说这像极了爱情，我就打断你的腿。12月24日，腿突逼康提牛。
A Leg, starring award-winning actress Kwai Lun-mei, has been in some of the most iconic films including Girlfriend Boyfriend, Taipei Exchanges, and Secrets starring Jay Chou, available on Netflix. Not only that, A Leg also has the award-winning actor Tony Yang from Formula 17. I mean, just look at that poster. Why wouldn't you want to see him dance? Okay, let's see who matches with A Leg. LGBTIQ? Yes, because ballroom dancing is hot. Students? Yes, especially those who grew up watching Kwai Lun-mei and Tony Yang. Dancers? Yes, and they can judge if the dancing is authentic. Film buffs? Of course. A Leg is one of the opening films for this year's Golden Horse Film Festival, and the session is already sold out, so a super big market potential. In the last 5 years, there are more and more Taiwanese manga, animation, and illustration artists who emerged into the film and media industries. For example, On Happiness Road won Grand Prize and Best Animation at Golden Horse Awards in 2018. Great Hoax, The Moon Landing by John Shu and Marco Lococo, nominated for Best VR Immersive Story at Venice in 2020. Eden by the Taiwanese company CG creation was supervised by Yasuhiro Ide, who directed anime series Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood from 2009 to 2010. The upcoming series in 2021, The Summer Temple Fair by EBS and directed by Chuang Qing-shen, adapted from the same comic book by Zhuo Shan, who competed for the International Manga Award in Japan. The comic book has been translated into Japanese and French. Director Chuang turns this 2D comic book into a cinematic production. Let's watch the trailer now.
都不要出去了！大溪不是你的家，你永远都别给我回来！
陀螺钉朝右，左手压线头，右手缠线走，勾住线尾，准备丢。旋倒拉，旋倒拉。
我到即马拢无了解，为什么咱会变安尼哈？
这样，等下大家人看你的哦。哇！
永修家业，西河上水。新社出电是我请兄，你知无？啊！
我们要快快长大，长大后一起压中棍，一起参加624。
我带你去年呢，奥运都无我带下过。
大溪石板古道。
咱拢做第二座，你哪会搁伫遮？卖个自拍啊！
你行过世界遐尼多国家，看过遐尼多风景，大概对你来讲，感觉感动。
是你忘阮背，互屎闹鬼。今年我好打仗，就算我死啊，我一定会参加大家的仪式。我亚将军跟你教啦。安尼好，我看你大家仪式最高最袂高。
你真的没有想过要留下来？
The Summer Temple Fair is based in Dashi, northern Taiwan, about 2 hours south from Taipei. The story is about belief, promise, and love. During the summer break, a boy goes back to his hometown where he hasn't been for the last 7 years. This journey brings back many of his childhood memories, and one of them is the unfulfilled agreement. With an incredible and compelling storyline, it shows various legends, such as Tua Sian Ang A, aka the Holy General, the Immortal. Also, the electric techno-neon gods, Sun Taiji, and many, many more. It's going to be legendary. Let's see who matches with the Summer Temple Fair. Teenagers, of course, because it's a coming-of-age story. Elderly, yes, because it's full of cultures that will resonate with them. Cool people, totally, because it's cool stuff. Anime lovers, even though it's not an animation, it's based on a comic book, so it's well worth a watch. This film will do well overall in Asia, as Asian gods and legend storytelling is common in a lot of cultures in the region. Knock knock, are you still with us? Thank you for still watching it. Here is 5 seconds of toilet break and flower blooming video to rest your eyes a little bit. 2 more films to go. The next film made by TAICCA TV is all spoken in Hakka. What is Hakka? To explain its history, we will have to go back to the Ming and Qing dynasties. There isn't enough time and budget for us to do that, so let's dig in straight away and talk about this new film. Dear Orange, released in early 2020. It's already been nominated for multiple awards in Taiwan, so let's watch the trailer now.
睇見睇你客家平安，睇家好，我係阿妹，鄉親朋友見乜嘢好冇啊？
香港佢哋戇居嘅，啲阿妹子都攞俾人哋投票呀。係啊，我阿妹子嘅眼光，我得百度多難咩？而家係真知論上。
照顧人用嘅聲音嘅哦，你辛苦哦。你講下去照顧一下哦，行卡辛苦。
我
Orange, set in Maoli, the western part of Taiwan, which has a large population of Hakka communities. Director Lin Chi-ju has made countless TV series with Hakka TV, such as Innocence 2011, The Kite Soaring 2010, and Disincarnation 2006. Director Lin's latest project, Dear Orange, is a story about a single mum looking after a grandmother and mentally disabled son. Her life is like a roller coaster, but in the end she finally finds something she has been longing for. With such an enthralling story and so close to reality, Dear Orange certainly deserves the world's attention. This is the perfect film for Southeast and East Asia. Of course, as there are many Hakka communities spreading all around Asia, especially in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. For today's final destination and chapter, we will take you to the southwest Taiwanese county called Chiayi. From 1624 to 1661, Chiayi was occupied by the Dutch, and from 1895 to 1945 was occupied by the Japanese. With years of migration history, this is the perfect place to film this mini-series, The Rootless by Formosa Television. Let's watch the trailer.
你有听无？来，我孙啊，迄外星人若来吼，你一定爱走来遮比。你搬来咧啊，阿公若听着，阿公都会来救你。阿公若无听，恁妈妈听着吼，嘛会来甲你救。
他是我老公吗？
听不懂是不是啊？
她是我太太，我越南的太太。
百安报告大力的康，那你去投案。如果你要坐牢，我就等你出来；如果你被遣返，我就带小孩去找。
两个假我都要啊。
两个家，你只选一个。我问你，你跟我玩什么
啊？你们的老家已经不在了。可是子涵一直把那里当成是他唯一的家，他一直在等你，等你回来。
你好吗
The Rootless tells the story of a migrant worker who comes to Taiwan for work. After a tragic accident, he turns to crime, which leads to his newborn son being unable to be registered legally in Taiwan. This powerful story will immerse you into the everyday lives of people who are hidden below the surface. Let's see who will match with the Rootless. For families, it will be an excellent chance to start a conversation. Hopefully, it will challenge everyone's views on immigration policies. For civics teachers and students, it's the perfect material for them to use as references in class. For policy makers and decision makers, it's so important for them to watch it so they can make better decisions when it comes to humanitarian policies. And thank you for watching to the end of the video. If I can, I'll give you a coffee and a candy as my appreciation. But since it's online and with the social distance, I can only bow down to you to say thank you. Here is the final 30-second sizzle reel to recap the 5 films we mentioned in this video. The end.
小玉，你到底是谁啊？感谢你就站在我的床边，轻轻摸着我在装睡的脸。